United States and India signs the COMCASA Defense Agreement. The Communications Compatibility and Security Agreement COMCASA was signed after External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj and Defense Minister Nirmala Sitharaman met their U.S. counterparts, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Defense Secretary Jim Mattis, in the first 2+2 dialogue held between the two countries. This will allow New Delhi to buy sensitive American military equipment. While Mike Pompeo termed the COMCASA agreement a milestone in U.S.-India relationship, Ms. Sitharaman asserted that the pact would enhance India's defense capability and preparedness. The world's two largest democracies have drawn closer in recent years, seeking ways to counterbalance China's spreading influence across Asia, notably in Pakistan, Southeast Asia and the Indian Ocean. When a U.S. warship or aircraft detects a Chinese warship or submarine, the warships, submarines and aircraft of the Indian Navy operating in the region will get to know instantly about the presence of the Chinese vessels through the transmission of encrypted data shared by the U.S. Navy. Not only will the Indian Navy get the exact bearing and speed of the Chinese vessels, they may also be able to receive a live video feed of the target as well. The receivers fitted in Indian Navy assets will be a part of America's Combined Enterprise Regional Information Exchange System, CENTRIGS, a system described by the U.S. Navy as a collection of classified coalition networks that support combatant commands throughout the world. CENTRIGS is a backbone of secure tactical communication between America's closest military allies, of which India is one. And the reason New Delhi will now have access to CENTRIGS is because of its decision to sign the COMCASA. From a military technology standpoint, CENTRIGS is one of the systems that enable India and the United States to fight together as military allies in a combat zone, since both sides would have access to a common operational picture, a single identical display which shows the position of enemy targets, friendly forces and other critical information, which greatly enhances the situational awareness of military commanders. And that's not all that signing COMCASA brings with it. The armed Sea Guardian drones the Navy is likely to acquire will be fitted with some of the most sophisticated American military hardware. The Global Positioning Systems and Identification Friend or FOE IFF receivers on board will be anti-spoof and invulnerable to attempts to electronically jam or manipulate their signals. Data transmitted by the very high-frequency VHF emitters will be strongly encrypted, and the security key for the encryption systems will be entirely in Indian hands. Once they enter service, the Predator Sea Guardian manufactured by General Atomics will transform the Indian Navy's ability to monitor large parts of the Indian Ocean, capable of flying non-stop for 27 hours at an altitude of 50,000 feet. The Sea Guardian is remotely piloted or can operate fully autonomous missions. Equipped with a multi-mode maritime radar, the drone can engage targets such as enemy ships by firing either Hellfire missiles or smart bombs mounted on its wings. Some of the most sensitive communication systems on board the Indian Navy's fleet of cutting-edge P-8 anti-submarine aircraft were replaced by off-the-shelf systems, since India had not signed COMCASA when the P-8s began entering service in December 2012. The Navy operates 8 P-8s with 4 more on order. India's decision to sign COMCASA comes at a time when the United States has voiced its opposition to India's acquisition of the Russian S-400 missile shield, since this purchase violates COMCASA or the U.S. Countering America's Adversaries Through Sanctions Act, which has recently been passed. However, New Delhi, while indicating its intention to go forward with COMCASA, has made it clear to Washington that Russia and India have had a historic military equation which cannot be dispensed with.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like the channel and want to support, please support on Patreon or PayPal. The details are given below in the description.